when I started, I wanted to be perfect at everything. And I really took the process, and I started in the hot shop, and I really wanted to be like a master glass blower. And I was doing everything I could to learn all of the Venetian techniques, and I really loved it. It was great. But I saw works that made me hold my breath. And I thought, this technique-driven work doesn't make me hold my breath. It's the more emotive work, the works of Mona Hatoum and Sylvia Levinson and a number of other artists. And I thought, how do I do that? The things we collect, the wagon that's on display here, is like the first thing that I did. And I wanted to create this piece with a specific emotion in mind. And it required me to create the piece and then break it. And I was at Pilchuck that summer. And everyone at Pilchuck, because I'm spending weeks like testing different kinds of cracking and different methods of cracking. And I spent almost the whole 3 weeks trying to figure out how to get these deep internal fractures. And people were devastated. How can you spend all the time to make these molds, to do this work, to create this work, to break it? It wasn't something that I came to overnight. It took actually a really long time. But I'm really happy with that outcome because I've taken the time to learn the techniques and to learn how to cast things properly. But I've also taken the time to understand how to effectively break those techniques and like manipulate glass to suit my need, because my need is always the idea. And I mean, why use glass? Why use glass if you're not going to employ the innate qualities of it? And I think that in that it becomes an ethereal material in terms of how it goes from a solid to a liquid and back. There's like a definite fluidity that exists there. There's strength and tenacity with glass. And there is a fragility. And I think that those are all very humanistic qualities. And so in choosing to work with glass, and when I choose to work with glass, I choose to harness those qualities because inevitably I'm talking about my experience that I hope is a shared experience among other people and that viewers can also participate in. And I actually remember doing all of the broken pieces and then telling my mentor at the time, I don't want to be that broken glass girl. And I was creating all the cracked pieces, and it had taken me so long to figure out exactly what temperature, exactly how to crack them, because you can crack them and get like small little spidery cracks. You can crack them at a different temperature and get them exploding apart. Like there's like all these different kinds of cracks that you can get, I found out. And so through exploring this, like I figured out the deep kind of internal fractures that I wanted, but I remember saying like, that can't be it. That can't be my only thing. I cannot just do these cracks. That cannot be my career. Because I felt like I had more to say, and I felt like glass has more to offer. And it does.